there, it's Laura from MakeLifeLovely.com, and today I'm going to teach you how to make a candy cane wreath. First, you'll need a candy cane wreath form, and mine only costs $1 at the Dollar Tree. Next, you'll need some red and white striped ribbon that's about 2 inches wide, and you'll need around 3 yards of it, but it's going to depend on how much you overlap your ribbon on your wreath. Wrap one of the ends of your ribbon at the bottom of the candy cane wreath, and then put it at a diagonal angle. Add some hot glue around the end of the ribbon, and then press down to hold it into place. Add a little hot glue to the bottom part of the ribbon, and then fold it up so that it tucks into place and has a nice straight bottom edge. Now wrap the ribbon at a diagonal around the candy cane wreath form. Add bits of hot glue as you go to hold the ribbon into place. Now you'll notice that I added a strip of hot glue to the front of the wreath, and this ended up being a mistake. So I noticed that the glue was starting to go through the ribbon, and you could kind of see like a darker spot where the glue was. So what I ended up doing is gluing the back side of the wreath, so that way the front was nice and clean and the glue part was on the back where you couldn't see it. Now just keep wrapping and adding glue to the back of the ribbon until you reach the rounded neck of the candy cane. It gets just a little trickier when you get to the rounded part of the candy cane. You're still going to keep wrapping and gluing, but you want to make sure that the stripes stay at a consistent straightness. So you want to make sure that it looks like a candy cane would. And so some parts you'll have to overlap a little bit more than others. Just glue it down so that it looks really nice and everything looks consistent. Remember to just add hot glue to the back of the wreath and not the front. Keep wrapping and gluing until you reach the very end of the candy cane. Trim the end of the ribbon and then use hot glue to glue the last bit of ribbon to the back of the wreath. Trim the bottom of the ribbon with scissors to get rid of some of the extra. We want a nice clean end on our candy cane wreath, so what I did is I folded up both sides, kind of like I was wrapping the end of a Christmas gift. So I folded up both of the sides at an angle and then folded and glued the bottom part up so that the bottom part was nice and clean and had a nice straight edge. Add more hot glue if you need to make sure all of the pieces are down nice and straight. Now you've got a super cute red and white striped candy cane wreath, but it's a little plain. So let's add some ribbon and some greenery to it. I used some pretty red satin ribbon to make a bow and then trimmed the ends. I cut a sprig of greenery that I bought from Target, but you can also use greenery from the dollar store for even cheaper. I arranged all of the greenery how I wanted it before I started gluing, and then pulled it all off and then put it back on. I just wanted to make sure I had enough pieces and that everything looked good before I set it in the glue. So glue each piece on with hot glue. Make sure you add enough glue because some of these pieces are a little bit heavier, so you want to make sure that they stay. And be really careful, hot glue obviously is hot and you don't want to burn those fingers. Add some hot glue to the back of your beautiful red bow and hold it into place as it cools. For more color, I added some fake berries. I used 2 different kinds of berries to make it more interesting and to vary the sizes. Be sure to use hot glue to hold everything into place. I had some small pine cones left over from another craft, so I added those with hot glue to my DIY candy cane wreath. I just love how pretty my Dollar Tree candy cane wreath turned out. This candy cane Christmas wreath costs under $10 to make, and it adds so much color to my house. If you decide to make this wreath, be sure to leave me a comment and let me know how it goes. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more creative tutorials.